Welcome to tonight's interview, where we will be doing something a little interesting. I will be bringing in an identical alter ego of myself. I'd like to present Greg Livengood. Thanks for having me. We will begin, of course, at the beginning. Where were you born? I was born October 25th, 1985 at Forsyth Memorial Hospital. What are your parents' names? Scott Allen Livengood and Adrian Annette Amos. But you have brothers. 2. Matthew Scott Livengood, Matt, he's the older one, and John Eric Livengood, he's 5 years younger than me. Where did you attend school? I did preschool at Messiah Moravian Church. I went 2 years of kindergarten and first grade at Sherwood Elementary, which is public school. And then in second grade, I was moved to Forsyth Country Day School and was there until I graduated high school. How would you describe your early childhood? In a word, fun. I have a lot of fond memories from ages 4 to 9 about the house that I lived in. And I just think the 90s were a great time to grow up, both in pretty much in all ways. How did you get into music? Well, my brother took a history of rock class at UNC during a summer session, and he started bringing home a lot of classic rock, and one of the artists was the Beatles. And I became big into them. And then after my mom and dad got divorced, music became kind of my way of coping, and the Beatles were a huge inspiration. They made me want to sing, to play, they made me want to write my own music. And so I asked for a keyboard that following Christmas, and my mom, being who she is, she went and bought me the best one she could find. And it just so happened that, right after Christmas, my friend Will called and asked if he could, use my brother's drum set, which was in our playroom, to practice music with his friend Matt Burkhead. And I was up there, playing on the keyboard while they were rehearsing, and I just happened to find a beach sound setting, and just as they closed a song, I laid on the keys, and these waves started hitting. Burkhead thought that was great, and we went playing through the other settings. Next thing you know, I'm rehearsing with them, and then I'm invited to join their band. And this all took place in the span of an hour, and I didn't look back. When did you transition into film and visual media? I never made so much as a transition as I did an addition. I majored in film in college, so I obviously had to work with visual media constantly. Plus, Elon's film department is part of the communications school, so I had to take classes that involved graphic design and web design. And I learned how to combine them all, the audio and visual elements, into a total package, and I began to really respect that package. And I've always liked creating and editing, so those were skills that I, picked up on and been trying to hone since I was 20. Why teaching? I believe that there's nothing more noble than passing on your knowledge to the next generation. I've had so many opportunities in my life to do things that other people haven't even dreamed of. And the religious / spiritual side of me believes that there has to be, a reason for that. And I'd like to, believe that there is a balance in the universe. And if I've been afforded this experience, I believe that the main reason for it is, so I could give them back. And, along with that, there's got to be a context for it. So, it's the things we discussed, media. Like, I can do media, I can teach media, and I can teach it in a way that can assist students in creating everything from their own artistic visions to business presentations. Where is it all going? I have no illusions, or delusions for that matter, about what I am or what I'm looking to do. Idealistically speaking, though, I'd love to be part of a charge that reforms education in general. I'd like for us to embrace new technologies instead of merely accusing them of distracting my students. As I said, everything has a place for a reason. You just got to find that positive place, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Well, we're pretty much out of time.
Thank you.
Thank you for the evening.